I've been asked to tell the story of Conquer Termites now that we've reached our 10th year, and here we are celebrating the anniversary. We've come a long way in the 10 years, especially when you reflect back to where we started from. Where we started from, we had no clients, no customers, in fact no equipment. It was quite scary back then. But I had a strong desire to run a company with a certain ethos and a culture. We started operating from the back of our house at that time, which was 16 Dorothea Street, Cannon Hill. It was a small little office, a pokey little office back then. We had missed the yellow pages, so we had no option but to send out a letter. We got a copywriter to write the letter, and then we'd mail out this letter in about 500 letters per batch per week. We would be able to ring that letter because we actually had a DVD that had everybody's name, address and telephone numbers within Australia. That's gone now, so we can't actually market like this anymore. But it was a successful way to start our marketing because we did recruit a lot of termite checks, which we converted into inspections, and then hopefully we converted the inspections into treatments. It was a nervous time, but it's also very exciting because there we're getting cash into the bank, and that was a very satisfying feeling that doing it by yourself. Our first inspection was actually in Fortitude Valley. It came from a referral. It was a marketing company that operated from this church that you can see the picture up. The first treatment, very interesting because that's was a house right next to Al and Amanda Ferguson, and that's actually how we met up, or re-met really. We've actually put together a great little reenactment of actually what happened back those 9 years, or nearly 10 years ago. The treatment we did was in December 2004, and that's when I caught up with Al again. So please enjoy this short reenactment.
Oh no, this homeowner doesn't know termites going loco right beneath his nose. Well, he took the time to check his Facebook and bought something on eBay. Termites 80.
G'day! Oh,
Al Ferguson!
Rowan Bates! G'day, mate. How you going?
Good to see you, mate.
Yeah, likewise.
Didn't know you lived here.
Yes, mate.
Yeah.
For a while now.
But not good, mate. I think you've got some termites on your back fence.
Termites?
Termites.
What are they?
I can show you.
Better have a look.
Come have a look.
Righto.
Oh, there's one there.
Oh, is that what they look like?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Well, what do we do about it?
We should kill it.
Oh, how do you do that?
Don't know.
Oh.
I know. Let's chase it away. Go away. Go away. Shh. Shoot. Not working.
With the job done well, and they're really nice guys. Yeah, they're really nice guys, and they arrive on time. And the nice guys.
My family had a block of flats in Newmarket, and guess what? We got termites in there. And so I called Rowan, who I'd met some months earlier. He came, I worked with him, a few things which needed to be done around the place to minimise the termite risk. At the time I was looking for a job, no, not a job, but more a business to buy, run, Rowan poked holes in all the ideas that I had, and after all that said, why not consider this? Here I am, 9 years later, still loving it.
Well, that's how the two old fellas started up with Conquer Termites, but also at the same time that Al started training back in March 2005, we also became accredited with BASF with Termidor. It was a bit of a game changer back then. It was the non-repellent wonder chemical, and it's certainly been proven so. We've had a strong association and treated many homes with it, and it's brought a lot of profitability to our company. 2005 was actually quite a big year for us at Conquer Termites because there's a lot of firsts, like there's always is for a new upstart company. But in September 2005, with the great assistance of Andy Henderson, we got a website up and going. It's only through the persuasion and the guidance from Andy that it actually happened. You've got to understand, back then the internet was not what it is today. It was really the unknown. But Andy had the foresight to say that this is the way to market your company. And back then we put together it was a fantastic website, but daggy at today's standards, but has done us well, and it's a great function for our marketing up till now. As I was saying, 2005 was a watershed year for Conquer Termites. Another one of our big achievements was to get a computerized inspection report. Now this is where a big thank you goes out to Rodney Phillips. He completely created our report by himself. He guided us to really what we could have, and he basically fulfilled all our dreams. We had a report that's digitized, that we can send to customers, we can put photos in, and at the time it was a market leader. I have to say it's one of our biggest assets. A big thank you to Rodney. The success of Conquer Termites also comes about with just great partnerships with people that also share the same passion and vision that I've had. And one of those people is Mark Eckhart. Now he's one of our customers, in fact, in the beginning. Vivian, his wife, asked me to come around to look at the house, and actually we found termites. But we got talking and found that Mark had a passion for computers and IT and networking, which he has been helping us and assisting us with, which for me personally has saved my butt many times, and he just does it at a drop of a hat. So a big thank you goes to Mark for all the input he's put into Conquer Termites. We thank him for that.
Oh no, this homeowner doesn't know. Termites going loco right beneath his nose. Well, he took the time to check his Facebook and bought something on eBay. Termites hate his home away.
I was working in a safety shop, and Rowan and Alan were my customers at the time. I got bored with the job, and I asked them if they had anything going. And here I am today. Ta-da!
Yeah, we're very sneaky, and we have just begun. There's no insurance when the damage
So having worked in the industry for some years, I found that Conquer Termites had an excellent website, marketing prowess, and so I decided to join the Conquer Termites team. We also found that they had excellent technicians who knew their stuff, and so I was happy to join a team which had the technical support and also the know-how to deal with termites and pests.
just came from your neighbours, and they were very tense, so they could conquer termites, so we jumped the fence.
Alrighty, so yeah, back in the day I was doing some bit of lawn mowing, and I wanted for some reason get into the termite industry, and I rang around and spoke to Rowan, and we agreed for me to give Rowan a day's volunteer every week. And so while we doing the day's volunteer, yeah, I jumped into his car, and then got a day's volunteer with Rowan, and then he said, yeah, we'll start you up. And within that time, yeah, he took me to like cafes and coffee shops and pie shops, and I thought, yeah, this is a good business. So in that meantime, when I was travelling with Rowan, yeah, he was getting a lot of calls in and a lot of referrals, and I just knew that Conquer Termites was a good business to work for. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm here and have started. So yeah.
This homeowner doesn't know. Termites going loco right beneath his nose.
I've been in the industry for quite a while, and I was working for myself as a labourer. And basically I started working for Rowan, doing all the hard work, and he thought it was the best thing ever. And so we've kept a good relationship for many years. I since needed to move on from a termite company and found that Rowan had a great opportunity for me, and we've been running together ever since. It's been really good.
Took the time to check his Facebook and bought something on eBay. They ate his home away. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Termites.
Termites who?
Termites, come uninvited, cause that's what termites do. And lately, we've populated greatly into your place, maybe, cause there's always a way. Sapphire to hardwood, Strathpine to underwood. We don't mind, it's all good. We eat cause we can and we have cause we could. A friend said that we're moving in. I bet it didn't tell you how. I gotta say, what a lovely place.
I was looking for a change in company, been in the industry for a while, but just was looking to go somewhere else. And I applied with Rowan at Conquer Termites Southside, and at the time I'd only just started with another company, and I sort of needed to stay there for a while and see how things panned out. And as it turned out, things didn't pan out, and Rowan looked for another person 6 months later, and it all just sort of fell into place.
This homeowner doesn't know termites going loco right beneath his nose.
I had wanted to get into termite work for a year or two, and was doing carpet cleaning to try and get my pest licence, and I actually decided to email Rowan out of the blue and ask if he had any opportunities. I met with him the next week, and a few days after that he offered me a job, so it all worked out pretty well.
The time to check his Facebook and put something on eBay. They ate his home away. It's scientifically known that we've significantly grown. We don't mean to scare, but we're everywhere. And like a fish on a plate, don't be sold on the bait. Just go Conquer Termites.
I joined Conquer Termites when Dan, one of the senior technicians, gave me a call and said that Rowan was looking for someone to work in the office. I was working for someone at the time, and I decided to give it a go anyway and just see what it was like, and I was pretty much sold after my first meeting with Rowan. He was fun, he was fresh, he was really into marketing, and I just liked the culture that he had with all the team there, so I was in.
Doesn't know termites going loco right beneath his nose.
I recently moved to Brisbane from Perth, and I was just looking for a good company to work for. Speaking with Rowan just made me feel at home, and so here I am.
Time to check his Facebook and put something on eBay. They ate his home away.
Just that everyone works together. Everyone's really friendly and helpful, and it's a really good team.
There's a lot of things. I think probably what I enjoy the most is you feel valued, your input is valued. You have a say in what happens to some extent, and just generally you feel appreciated. So,
Really, it's about the culture. I think we have a fabulous culture here because we look high and low for first-class quality technicians, good people, and we train them up, and then we treat them like adults, and we expect them to behave like adults because they're coming into your home, and it's important that you have confidence in these guys, and we have confidence. We do have confidence in these guys to do the right thing.
It's a great team. Everyone's very professional. Everyone's been really willing to help me and help me expand as a technician, which has been really great. So I really appreciate the help everyone's given me, and it really makes me feel part of a wonderful team.
That would definitely have to be the fact that we all get together, share information and knowledge, and learn collectively as a group. We also do our marketing as a group, which is really, really useful in being able to attract customers and all being on the same page, knowing what we're doing and helping our customers.
I think it's always good for us to always get together and talk about termites, and we've got a good team of boys here, and it's always good to talk termites around the table, and yeah, it's been good.
We're a pretty strange team, but everybody's nice, and at the end of the day we get the job done. That's about that.
That's hard, but I do like the novelty central locking in the truck, because like when you're on the road, yeah, it's really difficult to like eat. You don't have time to eat, so you'll be at the set of traffic lights, and you'll be scoffing down your lunch, and like people are watching. They want a sandwich, so I'll just like hit central locking, and like suckers, it's the best.
Well, it's
yeah, you got to say it's
from the start. For one man with vision and drive, and his wife by his side, they can make an engine run. They soon build a train. It looks sharp and all got a board, and it only moves forward. The view is just something else. Purple train, green and purple train, so good that I can't explain. It stops on the weekend to keep us all sane. The train is all full of wonderful people, and on Monday it goes forward again. So the tray moves forward. Inside, there's no disguise how we're truly inspired. You have to see this view for yourself. Purple train, green and purple train, so good now I can't explain. It stops on the weekend to keep us all sane. The train is all full of wonderful people, and on Monday it was forward again. Purple train, green and purple train, so good that I can't explain. It stops on the weekend to keep us all sane. The train is all full of wonderful people, and on Monday, bring on Monday. Well, it's been hard from the start for one man with vision and drive and his wife by his side. They can make an engine run.
Well, I must say, I'm stealing the thunder of everyone else here, being the first person with this video, is that I never thought that I would don a termite suit, stand in front of a video camera for about 8 hours and end up being on YouTube as a dancing termite. So, sorry guys, I've stolen it, but that is probably one of the craziest things. I never thought I'd do that.
It happened just recently. I got an email from a marketing guy who was selling a cockroach gel which has a special ingredient in it which is called fipronil. However, he'd actually spelt it incorrectly in his email, so I just nicely sent him back an email and said, because he called it fipronol, which makes it an alcohol. Of course, it's not an alcohol. And this guy, I sent him back a nice email that says, listen, I know your thing is marketing, not chemistry, not spelling, but guess what? It's actually, just check the spelling on that, it's fipronil. Fipronil. Now I'm doing it.
Just all the fun stuff we do, I suppose, out of working hours, with our golf days and things like that. Days pretty crazy sometimes, and yeah.
Last week's annual golf day, I tied for top place and lost the putt off. That was a pretty crazy day.
Probably nearly sweating out 3 kilos filming the dancing termite video. Yeah, that was harder work than doing a full-on termite treatment. So yeah.
I just love working with Rowan and Al. To be honest, they're some of the funniest people I've come across. Al, the mad scientist, and Ro is the crazy marketer. Between the two, I split my week up, and I have never-ending laughs. So it's always a good working week.
The golf day was pretty funny, I must admit. Playing golf with a bunch of unusual people, getting beaten by women, you know, coming last. So there you have it.
There's lots of funny stuff that happens because people got so many stories. But first craziest thing that comes to mind was, well, I lost my torch, and so I told Rowan I lost it in the line of duty, so he replaced it, so I was guilty. But it was only the next week I'm on a termite treatment, and here we are working away, and I could see smoke, and so I'm looking around and something's going on, and the house behind the house across the street looked like it was on fire, and so I literally down tools, couldn't go either side around the block, this was a now happening thing, and so I basically went to that house in front, it was like, knock, 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 coming through, hello, hello. No one was home, opened the side door to run down the backyard, big dog, boom, back to over the back fence, get there, the house is definitely on fire, the whole kitchen fully in flames. The dog's in the back corner of the house trying to get away from the house. I lap around the house, go, anyone home, anyone home? No, it's all good. Came back up with the dog, all the smoke starts coming up to us now, so I had to get the dog out of there. So we got the dog, me and the owner of the house I just jumped through, got the dog over the fence because we're all dying from smoke inhalation. And the fireys came and put it all out and it was all good, and I lost my torch again. It's crazy.
I think that video would have to be the craziest or funnest thing that we've ever done. And I guess the golf days and all the social events that we do, I think the golf day is probably always a good day. And so yeah, it's just always a bit of fun and not just work, it's a bit of play as well, so it's good.
Fipronil, F-I-P, Fipronil, yeah, not fipronil. And Xterra is a good one too. Yeah, there's no area in Xterra, it's Xterra. Yeah, has to be said, doesn't it?
Fipronil.
Fipronil! Fipronil. Fipronil.
All right. Fipronil. Fipronil. Not fipronil. Fipronil.
So fipronil, chlorfluazuron, bifenthrin. That's easy.
Fipronil, you know, but it's all really fipronil. I mean, fipronil. And none of these are right because it's fipronil. Give this a whirl. Chlorantraniliprol.
Chlorantraniliprol.
No, I did that. I did prol. I said prol. Sorry, okay, do it again.
That's perfect. That's what we wanted.
Prol?
That's what we wanted. You're going to make him feel good now, you see? Or after all of that? Okay.
Hi, I'm Rowan Bate, the manager of Conquer Termites. I founded the company over 10 years ago now. I got a lot of blah.
Okay, cool. Hi, my name's Dan. I like sunsets, long walks on the beach, and I'm a little bit of a cuddler. Oh, not that kind of video. Sorry.
What do you enjoy most about being part of the... I don't think I got up to that question. Give me an idea. What do I enjoy most?
What do you enjoy about Conquer Termites?
You're not rolling, are you?
Hi, I'm Nick Wood from Conquer Termites, owner / sorry, now you got me now, so yeah.
Hi, I'm Joel from Conquer Termites.
Okay, so give this one a whirl. Chlorantraniliprol.
Chlorantraniliprol.
Yeah, both today!
3, 2.
Hi, I'm Rowan Bate, the founder and manager of Conquer Termites. And I got a blank.
Hi, I'm Andy from Web Consulting. I've had the pleasure of working with Rowan and Conquer Termites for, I think, nearly 10 years. Don't know if I was right there at the beginning, but I was very close. I've been helping Rowan with his website. He usually gets around to doing what I tell him to do eventually, and then realises what a great idea it is. It's been great. Rowan is very proactive, he's very focused and motivated. A lot of great ideas, marketing ideas for the business, and he's always been leading the way. So it's good to see that, and he does pay eventually.
And I would like to say to Rowan and Hiroko, fantastic people, love working for you guys. Been in the industry for about 10 years and best people I've ever worked for. Not just in this industry, but all in. Except for when you start talking about the All Blacks, that tends to annoy me a little bit, but yeah, apart from that.
Thank you, Rowan and Hiroko, for everything you've done for me. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be the technician I am today. So thanks, heaps.
Ro, thanks very much, mate, for bringing me on board. I'm such a proud member of your team, and I trust everyone 100%. It's a real sort of family unit you got going here, and I'm really proud for you and your family and everything you've done for everybody else. Cheers.
Well, it's been hard from the start for one man with vision and drive and his wife by his side. They can make an engine run, they soon build a train. It looks sharp and all got a board and it only moves forward. The view is just something else. Purple train, green and purple train, so good that I can't explain. It stops on the weekend to keep us all sane. The train is all full of wonderful people, and on Monday it goes forward again. So the train moves forward. Inside there's no disguise how we're truly inspired. You have to see this view for yourself. Purple train, green and purple train, so good now I can't explain. It stops on the weekend to keep us all sane. The train is all full of wonderful people, and on Monday it goes forward again. Purple train, green and purple train, so good that I can't explain. It stops on the weekend to keep us all sane. The train is all full of wonderful people, and on Monday, bring on Monday.